Here you will see one full round of a full workout that I completed with a single kettlebell. So if you want, you can follow along and do this workout as I do it. Or you can just take the idea for the workout and implement it at a later time for yourself. But as you see here, I started with a lunge forward and backward. Now you may notice I keep a single foot as the plant foot, and I just do forward and backward lunges with the twist. Now, per round, I just did, I kept the same plant foot, and then I did 2 rounds total, so I switched feet on the second round. Now here I just transition into kettlebell swings. I am using a 70-pound kettlebell for this entire workout. So the focus was on going heavy to build strength through the lower body. Transitioning from the kettlebell swing, I moved into a single leg RDL. Now, if you pay attention here, you will notice that I keep the kettlebell directly above my foot. While yes, it is a heavy kettlebell and I am standing on concrete, so it could technically be dangerous, I suppose. Part of that danger also creates the need to do the reps very strict, very controlled, keeping the form as on point as possible, and allowing the kettlebell to hover just above the foot at the top. I then transition into a combination of squats and deadlifts. So I was just going to do 12 squats, but midway through, I felt the body wanted to transition into more of a deadlift. So as you can see, I did make that transition, performing roughly 6 squats and 6 deadlifts. Again, here the focus is on strength. The next exercise was more power focused, so I did a kettlebell swing squat, dropping those hips and then trying to pull the kettlebell as far overhead as possible. You may not notice, but for this entire workout, I was also wearing a mouth guard. I do this for 2 reasons. One, I have a tendency to grind my teeth while I work out, but also it helps keep my mouth closed, so I perform strictly nasal breathing. So then what I did here is I transitioned for my final exercise. This was a conditioning style workout. Many times I like to do a style of mixed martial arts where I am moving as a fighter. As you can see, I tried to keep my feet in an athletic stance. Now, what I did here is actually different than anything I've ever done, and I utilized the kettlebell as an object within the movement. Again, this is a 70-pound kettlebell, so as I pick it up and transition while staying in that athletic pose, it forces the body, especially the core and the hips, to stay well engaged. Now, while this was more of a lower body focused workout, there was a little upper body involved. And sometimes while moving the body, especially within the fighter stance, it does feel good to throw a few jabs. It really kind of loosens up the shoulders. But I was just having a little bit of fun here. Again, this was doing a movement I've never really done before. And by movement, it's more of a sequence, transitioning from the left foot being in front to the right foot being in front, transitioning what hand I hold the kettlebell in. So it's more of a free-flowing style exercise. Helps connect the body. Many times we just move through strict planes of motion. So adding in a variation like this allows the body to move a little more freely. Sometimes exercise can just get a little boring and monotonous. So adding in new variations of movement not only helps stimulate the body in new ways, but the new stimulation through the body also stimulates our brain in new ways, helping the brain stay active and engaged and balanced. So hopefully if you did participate in this movement routine, that you enjoyed it. And again, I completed 2 rounds. So you can either just repeat it, or you can just complete the second round on your own.